What is going on, guys? Welcome back to my survival series, and finally we are at episode 30, the big 3-0. It has no relevance whatsoever with anything, but I just thought it was kind of cool that we're on 30 episodes of this. I don't really upload many of these. I mean, it's the most common series I do, but I don't really upload it too often, so this is a good milestone for me. I'm happy with it, and hopefully we'll get 30 more. So just before we start this episode here, where we're going to do some building today, just over this area here, I just want to tell you about a few things and just show you what I've done over here. So let's first I'll just show you what I've done over here. Off camera, I've just done some work in making this look a little bit nicer, because, well, you know, there was scraggly grass everywhere, and these had torches on them which looked absolutely awful. So I've gone ahead and changed them up to look a little bit. Is my sound okay? I really don't want... Okay, yeah. That would help. I probably should have checked that. Okay, that's better. Right, let's try that again. Yeah, that's good. There we go. I was just eating then, I was just eating this piece of potato then, I was like, can they hear me? I don't think they can. Okay, so, right, that's better. What I was saying was, basically here I've replaced these to look a bit nicer. I've gone ahead and added a few more, because originally it was just these two here. I've added a few more in, just dotted around the island, added some of these, whoa, glitch, added a few of these little flowers around, and I think that's making the island look a lot nicer, and generally it's just, you know, it's just looking great. I've also added in these little not torches, but like little lamp things here, because we had a lot of torches around here, and I've got rid of all the torches and cleaned it all up. Up here I've added in these, they're basically shutters, what they're meant to be. And over here I've added this little boat dock, which I'm pretty proud of, to be honest. I quite like it, only when the boats are aligned though. If you just nudge it a tiny bit, then it just messes up. But I think it looks pretty good. I've got dispensers behind here, so I can keep these stocked with boats, so that's good. So yeah, what was the news I needed to tell you guys? Well, I am an absolute idiot. That is the news. Basically, if you didn't already know, I've been playing on the Checkbox server a lot lately, and they have upgraded to one of the latest snapshots for 1.8. Basically, I was playing on a 1.8 snapshot, and I just decided, oh, I'm going to go on my survival world just for a sec. So I load up the world, you know, load it up in the snapshot this is, and at this point, you know, I'll just do something, I can't remember what it was I was actually doing at this point, but I then get bored and just turn my computer off, just, you know, just the usual, and then I go back onto Minecraft and I see that, oh, I'm on the snapshot, so I changed that back to 1.7.8 it was at the time, which is what I usually play on this world. And then guess what? I came onto this world, there was nothing in my inventory, and I was like, what? Did I die? And I was like, no. So I come back here, you know, like, oh, I'll just get some new stuff. Go into the chest, and there's nothing. Well, that's a bad example. See, this has stuff in it. There was nothing in here. Literally, there was nothing in here. There was nothing anywhere. I'm not even joking. There was nothing in any containers. Nothing in here. And another thing that was kind of weird was the horses were not tamed, and the dog in here wasn't tamed, which was kind of weird. So basically what had happened was the world had corrupted, but it wasn't the actual world, it's just all the items and all the player data, basically all the history of me being in the world. The structures and everything were still here that I built, but all the like the fact that I have tamed, there's a meta value assigned to this horse that I have tamed it, that had basically disappeared, which is very strange. And I soon realised what my mistake was. You cannot revert from a snapshot in a world back to another version previous, or it will corrupt the items. So I basically had a few different options at this point. Basically just carry on and get my items back, spawn the items in, which I didn't particularly want to do, or start playing on the previous world, because I did have a backup, but it was before I built this, which was really the most annoying part, because I just built this and the backup was before there. So I could have just started playing on that again and rebuilt this, but I decided to go with a different option, and that was to play on the backup world and use MC Edit to copy and paste this into the world. So that's what I went ahead and did, and I hope you guys aren't like annoyed at me or calling me a cheater for doing this, because that's really not what it was aimed to be. It was just aimed to be something to just help the series go on and not make me lose interest in it, because that would have been a real blow to my kind of, I don't know, it would just stop me from being inspired to play on the world, because I just lost this. So basically there's a few little I think it was 1 or 2 blocks out where I placed it, so there were a few trees here which were like cut in half and stuff, but it's basically the same. It's the same orientation. I went ahead and fixed that side. Everything's still down there, so basically we're at the same world. I also went ahead and threw away all the iron and all the stuff I used to build that from my chests, or at least I've got what I know of anyway. If I find anything else and remember about it, then I'll go ahead and chuck that away too. But I don't want it to seem as though I'm cheating. I really don't want it to seem that way, because I was devastated. I was absolutely devastated when I figured out what I'd done. So yeah, this little guy, he was still called Dave, but he didn't have his collar on. So that's basically what happened, and that's why I haven't uploaded this for a while, which is, I seem to be saying that every single time I make an episode of this. I'm sorry I haven't made an episode of this. Yeah, I say that every single time I make an episode, because there's always something that's gone wrong, and it's not an excuse. It's just, but it wasn't this time. This time it wasn't my fault. That, you know, the bad thing that went ahead and happened. But at least we've not lost anything. At least we didn't lose the world. But just for the record, if anything like that did happen, for example, I lost the world in a corruption, I wouldn't stop this series. I would essentially create a new season. So say this is basically season 1, we're still in season 1. Say if I lost this world for whatever reason, or I just become uninspired to play on this world, I'll go ahead and create a new world, and we'll start again in a new season. But that's not going to happen for a while. I'm still inspired, got loads of ideas for building in this world. I really love the way my house is at the moment, and the way we're on this little island in the middle of nowhere. We're not attached to the mainland. This is just an island. I quite like that. We're kind of isolated, and we have to do things the hard way. We have to travel 10,000 blocks to find a village, because I actually did that. Yeah, that's basically what's happened. So I'm just going to move on from that depressing part of the video to what we're actually going to be doing today. So what is that? Basically what we're going to be doing today is decorating this area. Now, this is a weird story. I actually had this idea while I was in school, actually, and it's kind of strange, and I don't know if many people have done this before, but I've seen examples of kind of areas similar to this, and I think I'm going to roll with it. It's also got another thing that I could do possibly, and I think is a pretty cool idea for this world, considering we're on an island. So basically, you know, like in Hawaii, I've never actually been to Hawaii, by the way. This is all just from pictures and films and cartoons, believe it or not. A lot of influence from Scooby-Doo, in fact. Scooby-Doo is beast, but basically, we're going to do kind of like a Tiki theme. So this is going to be a beach area, like maybe up to even about here, or maybe even higher. We're going to have a large beach area with like palm trees, and, you know, sunbeds and a little campfire site thing and a little tiki hut. And yeah, I think that's going to be pretty awesome. Now, the other thing I thought I could do was build a volcano. Now, this is going to be a big project. Now, it's going to take, you know, quite a while to make a realistic sized and looking volcano. I don't want it to just be a little hill. It can't just be a hill. It's going to have to be something epic. So perhaps, you know, kind of this height, maybe, from, like, if this was ground level here, all the way to here, perhaps. And then what I thought would be absolutely sickage is we could have like a base inside. I think that would be absolutely amazing, like a base inside the volcano. I think that'd be absolutely sick. And one thing I was thinking about today, actually, if you've seen the latest snapshot, there's new mechanics with slime blocks so that they can pull blocks. They are sticky and they can pull blocks with them. And people have made these autonomous flying machines which can be made in survival. I was thinking we could have one in the actual volcano. Perhaps if we do it here, I think this is a good spot actually. if we have it here, we can dig out some of this and replace it with stone. That's probably what I'd build it out of, smooth stone. It could be a lot of blocks, but you know, it could be done. We can have an autonomous flying machine. You can make ones that can go in either direction. So it could either go out this direction to other land in that direction, or that direction, because those are the main lands that I know about, have like, you know, villages and you know, just all the biomes that I need for, like, you know, jungles, ice spikes. There's ice spikes in that direction. So I could build one of these autonomous flying machines, but they do need a place there where they can like dock. So I thought it'd be pretty cool if we could have a little volcano and, you know, lava trickling down. I think that looks sick because, you know, we're on this little island. It might as well be a volcanic island. And I think that'd be pretty cool. You have a nice beach here. It's going to be nice. So basically here I've gathered a bunch of sand from our little desert thingamajig in that direction. And I've got some jungle wood, jungle leaves. These are probably going to be what our palm trees are going to be made of. But first we just need to lay our beach. So let's go ahead and start doing that. We're going to be doing that just, you know, by simply replacing the dirt, or maybe putting the sand over the dirt, just replacing it all with sand, and we can just roughly do it for now, and you know, we can not fine tune it but fix it up a bit later on, because yeah, that's the way I roll. And you know, just things like this. This is a really like scraggly area. It's just kind of messy and, you know, not really finished off yet. So I do want to make this a nice little area. And I did say I'm going to have like paths and walkways all around this. You know, leading to the XP farm over there. You know, the village over here. Maybe one to the the item farm over there. And making this can be kind of a central hub for that. So I'm just going to get on with some work and, you know, put the sand down, and because that's not particularly interesting, is it? And then we can put some trees down and do whatever other things we're going to be doing. So I will see you in 1 segundo. Okay, so I've gone ahead and added in a good layer of sand here. As you can see, it's, you know, a good area of sand, big area to build on. However, you know, we've got more room back here. There's plenty of room that we can expand into. We could remove some trees and make this larger if, you know, if I have, you know, good ideas. If you guys suggest any ideas and I don't have space, obviously I can expand the area and we can make it much larger. But what we're going to do now is I'm going to start with trees, and I think I'm going to use a lot of fire in this because Hawaiians use a lot of fire in their tiki building thingamajig. I'm not a master on this. Like, as I said, I've never been to Hawaii. This is just judgment from films and pictures, but I do like that kind of fire-esque. Like, I like the fire as lighting. It's like quite cool. So first thing I'm going to go ahead and do is create a fire pit over here. So this is going to be a simple. I don't actually have any netherrack right now, so let's go and grab some. I've got a flint and steel. That's okay. So probably should get this. That would help. Yeah, so let's go and get some netherrack. Maybe I'll grab some other stuff as well because we're going to need it anyway, so I might as well get it now. So let's go through here, and maybe no, obviously not. How about just grab some of this. I'll go ahead with some cobble because we probably need that. Netherrack, let's grab a stack. I've got dirt. Anything from here? Mossy cobble, perhaps. These, I reckon. Might want to grow some stuff. Wood. Let's just take some dark oak. We'll take some chests and some signs. Anything else? Oh yeah, I did go mining. I did throw away a bunch of my I threw away all of my iron to keep in, you know, because obviously the world corrupted, and I've been mining today. Actually, I did all this today, all this work, and I just kind of got inspired. And yeah, so I went on a big mining round. So yeah, I got that. What else do we need here? What else do we need? we can come back in a bit, maybe, if we need something. I mean, it's not that big of a disaster. That glitch. The glitch when you get stuck in a door or something, it's just so annoying. And one other thing I just want to say, guys, we've recently had our TGN affiliate program application approved. So basically, if you guys are looking to be partnered with a network for gaming on YouTube, then go with TGN, guys. It is absolutely awesome. It's the best network going, at least in our opinion anyway. We love TGN. Great CPMs, and yeah, it's just genuinely a good network in my opinion. So we've got a referral link in the description. If you guys could use that, that would be absolutely amazing for us. It allows you to go on to TGN and apply, and it gives us a little bit of revenue. So yeah, that'd be absolutely epic. You don't lose out on any revenue. It's just a program that's run by TGN. So if you guys could do that for us, that'd be absolutely amazing. That is if you are looking to become a TGN partner. Yeah, that's that. Just thought I'd say that because some people may be wondering why we have a TGN link in the description now. That's basically why we have it's basically a referral link. So yeah. Now here, I don't want it just to be that, even though it does look pretty nice on its own actually. Is it night again? I need a freaking bed. I had a bed, I had one from over there and I don't know where I put it. Like, god damn it. Right. Sand. I want this to be nice and voluptuous. Is that a word? I don't know. Let's get ourselves the bench of le crafting. That's amazing French. And let's make this. I'm going to go ahead and make this little cover thing, and then I'll be right back. Okay, so I've got this fire here, which is just doing some kind of mild lighting for the area. I originally had twice as many of these little fire things, and it just looked very cluttered, very rubbish. I'm not 100% happy with these at the moment. They do look a bit kind of disproportioned and strange. So this is still a work in progress, so I'm going to be changing this up at some point. Or I might change my mind, I don't know. But I do want to incorporate fire into some kind of lights along the shoreline. I do think that would look pretty nice. It's unfortunate that you can't get torches with more of a fire effect, otherwise that would be perfect. Unless, I don't know actually. Should we try that out? Right, if we just use a torch, maybe too tall with a torch on top. That doesn't look half bad. It's just missing something. I don't know what it is missing though. I'm gonna have a think about that, and perhaps next episode or later in this episode, if I think of something, that might be something we could do. But that's what it is for now. This is obviously like a little campfire area. This is missing something too. What could it be missing? I'm thinking maybe like a spit. Like, I know in Hawaii they do a lot of like they'd roast a whole pig or something over. I can't exactly remember how they did it. I remember seeing it on Man vs Food or something like that. Do you guys watch Man vs Food? That is an awesome show. Yeah. Opinions aside, we're gonna move on to the palm trees. I'm probably only gonna get around to doing one because, well, I've never built a custom tree before. I tell you what, the best custom tree maker I know is B00. I don't know him in real life, obviously, because he's a beast. But I'm gonna start. I'm not exactly sure because I've got a picture of Ashley. I don't know what I'm doing. Palm tree. They don't always curve. They do have some curve in them though. So I'm gonna go up. We need to get this right. So how tall? I'd say one more block and then we start the curve. Let's get rid of this. One more block. Just one. And then we do some magic. Like so. And we start this. It's too tall. What the hell? I thought this would be easier. One sec. Where is it? I've got a picture of a Minecraft one. Ah. Ooh, maybe. Right, this one's... I've seen most of them are done in this type of wood, and I think this is probably the... If I'm going to make it out of wood, this is obviously the best type of wood to make it out of. But... Where did... There they are. You can make palm trees out of fences. So that could be something. Let's try this one. Let's try this one over here. We can always remove it. Ah. Right, we'll go here. Let's put some sand there. Guess I kind of cheaped out at that point. Let's grab some sand because probably going to run into more places that are like that. So let's place that there. I want to just make sure this isn't connecting to anything because that would just look like a piece of poo. Let me just look at this thing a little bit more. Ah. Oops. There we go. Right. Ah, for God's sake. I've got like a really small window. Like you don't understand. Right, I'm going to leave that because the images aren't loading for some reason. Thank you very much. Okay. Right. I think it'll be okay actually. This could be quite good. Actually, let's go with this one. Let's try and do something on here. And if I just get frustrated, then we're gonna go for this, the fence. So I'm gonna just have a few ideas here, and then I will be right back. I am actually quite astounded at how well I've actually done this. I just wanted to show it quickly at night before I go and sleep because I'm getting raided by mobs. I put a little piece of glowstone in there. I think that gives it quite a nice effect at night. I'm just going to quickly sleep because like 4 creepers literally just bombarded me. They didn't blow up luckily, which is always a good thing. And there was like a million skeletons. So I'm going to sleep. That would help. And then I will meet you back over there. Ta-da! Yeah! So I'll give you a better view of it now. I'm really proud of myself on this one. I think this is really good. Like for me, I'm not gloating, right? I'm just proud of myself on this one. This one looks, I think it looks cool. Like I've moved this, but this originally was here, and I wanted to give this a bit more curve. So I just went ahead and moved that back one. I think these give it the coconut things. What are they? Cocoa beans. They give it a really nice effect. I love that. And I always use if I build, plant a tree. Like for example, on the Chex server, I've planted some trees around spawn, and I put glowstone or a pumpkin in them. And I think it gives it a really nice effect. It makes it glow. It just looks so vibrant. It's just delicious. Not really, but yeah, I'm really proud of that. And I think, you know, with a couple more of these spaced out well, I'm perhaps thinking they're a bit larger than I was thinking. So perhaps let's move this one further right more. Let's grab Unbreaking 1, best axe going. Let's put this like here, perhaps. Yeah, and I think this is going to look like a pretty nice little area. We do need to add some more things in. For example, I do want to add something to this. This looks not too great actually. I've decided in Hawaii you don't really have stone random fire. I want like a hog roast on a spit, and an idea that Generic B came up with is absolutely amazing, and I'm going to use that. For those of you who didn't know, if you rename an animal Dinner Bone, it just turns itself upside down. It's amazing. I've done a video covering this before, and I'm going to use that and make a pig upside down so it looks like a pig upside down on a spit. And it's going to be amazing, but that'll be next episode. I also need to add some like sunbeds or some kind of chair or something or other. Maybe like a chair with like an umbrella, kind of like along the beach, maybe like 2, like here and here or something like that. Then we need to add like roads in, because this is going to be, as I said, like the hub to different areas. And I'm going to add a signpost and yeah, I'm happy with this so far. I thought it was a good idea. I'm surprised that I came up with this in school. I guess it was just because I was really bored. Like, I don't daydream that much in school, but at the moment it is literally the most boring thing I've ever done in my entire life. It's literally just like, ugh, it's awful. So yeah, I thought of this up in, like, I can't even remember what lesson it was, but I remember it was in school. I'm really happy about this. I think it's really cool. I'm glad I thought of the idea. Definitely think we should expand this idea back more into the forest, and I definitely want to do the volcano thing. Actually, I remember now. I remember now how I thought of this. We were doing about volcanoes in science and rock types, you know, igneous rocks and blah, whatever. And I just thought of a volcano in Minecraft. I just kind of thought that was pretty cool. And then I was just thinking of Hawaii, and I thought that would be a really cool idea, especially for this little area. It was a nice little idea to do. So yeah, that's basically what it was. It's my inspiration thought process thingamajiggamabob. And yeah, I'm pretty happy now. So we've got this, well, majoritively done. We'll maybe finish that next episode or episode after. We might do some more work on this guy or the village over there. I like having a few projects going, so you don't get bored and you're not thinking of things to do. So yeah, that's that. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, a like is always appreciated. And yeah, I will see you in our next video. Goodbye.